Monday fun day with your boy. It's the come up. Let's go. Gonna wait for everybody to join here. You know we get it popping with the instrumental Bitcoin investing in the background. We get everybody join here. Blockchain Cowboy in the chat. I see you, man. We getting it going, man. We got a big show today. We are going to be talking about copy trading. If you're ready to press the easy button, if you're ready to press the easy button, this is the show for you. We're gonna let the instrumental play for a second while I let everybody join. Make sure you like the video, share it with your friends. Turn down the background music a little bit here. All right. Don't need anymore. All right. I don't know, Blockchain Cowboy, can you hear that beat in the background still while I'm talking now that I lowered it a little bit? We're winning trades over here, man. I need to make sure people can pay attention. I got a laptop down here trading. I got two screens right here. Big things popping. Make sure you share this out, like the video. Okay, right on, right on. So, I'm in a trade right now. I jumped in something real quick. What's up, man? We got a new person in the chat. Servando, how you doing, man? Spanish name. You from Spain? South of the border. State your country and city where you guys are from. All right, so big show today. Oh my God, there's so many things I want to go over, and I think I'm going to start with a rant a little bit. First of all, we're looking at the charts here. Of course, we got our charts here. I'm in this DGen short right now. Anybody who's in my Discord, Italy's in the house. What's up, Italy? Right on. MP. So I got the private Discord. So first of all, I definitely highly encourage. It's free, okay? It's free. What we did was, when I say we, is me and my admin, but we opened up the Discord general chat in like the wins column for anybody for free. So you can join for free the Discord. There's a link in every video. I always post it on Twitter. It's at the top of my Twitter. And basically, it's so that people can get a window into what's going on in the Discord. We have a lot of communication in there. It's not just me. There's some other very experienced traders in there. You can ask questions and everybody's cool. I try to keep a curated group as far as, no riffraff in there, not trolls and shit like that. We really try to make money in my Discord. So that's what we're trying to do there. The Discord, let me just pop it up one time so you guys see what it looks like here. Basically you just see where you're going there. This is some of my stuff from this morning. I said, look at this list. Who popped the most? Who deserved it the least? That's the one I'm shorting. All right. So pretty obvious, but it's free. It's free to get into the general chat. Now, the one that is you have to be verified to join is for the wave makers who have verified with a Phemex account, because ultimately I want to have a group of real traders. People come in here and chill and do all kinds of stuff. So to get into like the market analysis, the future trades, meaning like when we enter a trade, it's not just me, it's some of the other traders in there. We'll put in like, our start, our stop, entry, exit, that kind of stuff. I want you to be verified. Again, you can do this for free. The first people, I'm doing it for the rest of this month. You're going to get access to it for free. All I ask is that you create a Phemex account with my invite code, which is on the screen right here. GMMNX5. The link again is in the description of this video. That's how you get free access to the private group of the wave makers who kind of give, I won't necessarily call them all signal alerts and stuff, but it's like our specific market actions that we're doing in real time. You guys, I'm in here every day. The wave makers can vouch for me on this one, right? It's the profit circle for a reason, because we all in there profited. And I'm in here every day, all day before I go to bed, so I wake up in the morning. And I'm telling you, real time, when I see opportunities this morning, I didn't have a lot of trades open because I wanted to be clean when I started this, but I seen DGen pump out of nowhere, so I had to jump in there. You guys know this is my favorite shitcoin to short. So anyways, we're going to get into that in a little bit. If you're just joining, welcome to the Come Up with your boy Cassius Cuvée. Bear with me for a minute here when we let a few more people join. But we are going to be talking about copy trading today. So if you're new, this might be easy for you. I mean, I want to teach you how to trade, but I'm myself going to start trading on Phemex with a copy trading account where you can basically connect your account, put in a certain amount of money that you want to put into your copy trading wallet, and then basically all the trades I do, it just literally follows them for you, okay? So there's some features on it that some you don't really need to know, some from my end, but other ones you can just so you kind of understand how it works. We're going to go over that today. This is what I did. I started a new Phemex account and just dropped 20 grand in there. Basically, this is what Phemex looks like. This is the old one. I got my new one over here on the computer to my left here on a different one. It's actually 2 separate Phemex accounts, and part of the reason I did this is because then we can like track it perfectly. Basically, you can see the 20 grand, you know if I'm winning or losing, where I'm at, right? So we only made a couple of trades. I really just started this early last week, just dropped this in. I'm up $512 or something like that on it. I didn't even go heavy on anything. This is not even using the whole 20 grand. It's using like a couple of grand. And so far, so good. If you're in the Discord group, you saw all the call outs. We were discussing it every step of the way. And I want to go over, I'm going to go on a little rant in the morning here, in the beginning here, because I really want to make this clear to new traders, or maybe even people who've been trading for a long time and wondering why, when they watch all these other influencers, they're not having a lot of success. I cannot stress this enough. People giving you price predictions without giving you a time frame is probably snake oil. Okay? I don't know how many times I heard this Ethereum going to 3,200 and this and that, or who knows, going to make a. Where do you come up with this price just because you drew some lines on your chart? Like, come on, you guys. Now, the reason I know you guys fall for this is because I fell for it too when I was new. Okay? And that's why I was like TA is like 80% BS. And I realized it is 80% BS because this is up here is 80% of it, down here, excuse me, this up here is 20% of it, and down here is 80% of it, the momentum waves. And we're going to go into that. I'm going to stay preaching it. I've been preaching it. I will never stop preaching it because I know that markets work in momentum and not just some arbitrary price number because someone calls it out. So the thing about me is I always keep it real with you, and I just tell you the real. Like, I'm seeing momentum slow down, or I'm seeing it reverse, and that's why I'm entering and why I'm entering and how much I'm entering and my exact approach in real time, as opposed to people say, oh, I just know the price is going to go to this number. Nobody knows that, you guys. I hate to be the one who tell you that Santa Claus is not real, but nobody here is a wizard. Nobody here can see the prediction of an actual number that they know what's going to happen. Unless they're telling you like when or something like that, in which case they're probably going to be wrong most of the time. They're just blowing smoke so that you will check back in with them. I'm going to teach you how to win consistently over time. And that's what they don't want to tell you, is that ultimately you need a system that largely focuses around bankroll management. And when you're wrong, how do you respond? How do you react when you cut your losses? That is ultimately why you make gains over time. Trading is not about predicting the market correctly on every trade, meaning like if I'm betting on it to go up, I know I'm right. He's always right. And when it goes down, he's always right. That's not how it works. You got to have a system so that you're managing how much money you are risking on each trade. So that is something I will never stop preaching because I know it's the truth. Hedge fund managers, like, the reason they're called a hedge fund is because they're hedging their bets. They have strategies and techniques to do this. They're not called predicting managements. You know what I'm saying? Predictor firms, that's not what it's about. It's not about being right all the time. It's about when you're wrong, what do you do? And when you're right, you capitalize on it in a much bigger way because markets move in momentum. So that's just my general principle. I always will say that. Now, I've developed some systems that work specific for crypto, specifically altcoins, and how they respond to price action of Bitcoin and the NASDAQ that give me an edge. And if you've been in my private group, you're going to know I always say you go long strength and you short weakness. That is something that I will never stop preaching as well until that somehow changes, okay? I will change when things change. So, still letting a few more people get in here, but copy trading. This is the easy button, all right? So I pulled this up here. You can look it up on Phemex. So this is also why I highly encourage you guys to get a Phemex account. Right here at the top of this, you're going to see it says Phemex. You want to use my invite code. The link is also in the description. Copy trade, profit sharing rules. They're pretty straightforward. Basically, it's 12% of your gains is what I get when you copy me. But you ain't got to do nothing. Okay, that's how it works. So basically, I'm going to get into the weeds of this probably more specific next week when I have it set up. What I'm doing right now, the other reason why I had to create 2 accounts is because I have my main account, which is the one that has the GMM NX5. That's the one you're going to join from. And then my new account, which is like a set number. It's like starting clean at 20 grand. And that's the one where I will be doing the trading and I'm copying it from my own account. So you guys will be doing the same thing as me. So I can see exactly what you see. I'm going to be copying my own account from my main account. So I have my trading account and then my copy account. The other reason is, as you guys know by now, I've been killing it on this account, okay? So I'm up, whatever, 2,300 or whatever the case may be. It's more about the percentages than the money, because this isn't even my main account. This is the one I started when I started doing live streaming. And so basically, this one is the one that is I'm giga shorting all these trades. So I don't actually want to get out of these. you know, I'll make more money in and out, short-term trading, and that's what I'm going to do in the 20K account. But this one, I don't want to actually get out of these trades. I made a prediction, I'm sticking with it, that I caught the top on a lot of these altcoins and meme coins that are probably only going to go down from here. So we will, you know, I'm keeping this one tracked. So over here, real quick, since I jumped into this trade this morning, this is Degen, one of my favorite altcoins to short. Anybody who's been following knows. I got in on a couple of scam wicks here, or this one, the second one. It's pretty obvious when this went to here. I had a starter position here, it was very small when I first woke up in the morning. I saw this. It had a pullback, a retracement. I got in here. That's why my average is this middle line here. And, you know, it risk versus reward. We're going to see what happens. If I get stopped out up here somewhere, no big deal. It's not that much money, but it's basically pumped on news. And my theory on it, look, you've seen Bitcoin start to come back down. Well, Degen is usually relatively weak. It's holding up stronger right now, but that won't last, okay? Bitcoin's going to have to show me real strength, more than just this one news break, in order for Degen to stay up, because Degen is a weak ticker. So that is my general thesis there, and it's been working, you guys. The reason, look, Bitcoin is at what? 108,000. However, all of these shorts that I got in on Phemex, I'm up hundreds of percent on them. Why? Because relative to Bitcoin, they're weak tickers. So they didn't bounce back when Bitcoin bounced back. And I'm going to show you again. I've done this a million times. I'm going to keep showing you. This is the daily chart on Bitcoin. Let me go back to TradingView. The daily chart here is going to show you that Bitcoin has kind of been hovering up here like this, right? Since this was that, you know, that pump on the second half of this pump comeback here in May, right? This is the peak of May right here. Bitcoin's almost right back up, right? We'll just pull back up Degen. Right? Back all the way down here. You know, a lot of these coins, this is actually one of the stronger coins. That's not even the best example. These are the real ones I was shorted. These are, see how they're all coming down? Like I just go through them. They're all down, right? This was May. This was that when Bitcoin pumped, and you see they all lower. So they've proven me correctly. They're already been relatively weak. So I felt confident shorting them and going on vacation to Hawaii, which is exactly what I did. I don't even care. Look at this. This is Polkadot all the way down. All these just dropping like crazy. And the way I knew that is because I've been tracking them, right? We go back weeks. Now we're going to show you from the beginning of the year. Way down from this one, right? We'll go back to Polkadot because it's been around for so long. Right? This is January. This is December, actually. It started dropping. This was that pump, and we're all the way back down here again. Whereas, let's look at Bitcoin. All the way back up here, right? Back to all-time highs. So I cannot stress enough, this is an edge that I've been doing for a while now, all year long. We're over a year now on Phemex. I've been trading it like this, and it makes it so you can sleep at night if you're going to hold a long-term position. And even on a short-term position, it makes it so that way you have like a bias risk. If you're shorting, you want a short ticker, bias risk to the downside. So then that way, if you're wrong, it doesn't smack you in the face. It doesn't blow up and all of a sudden you're underwater hella quick on one pump. You see what I'm saying? Like I've been shorting these all the way down, even set up here. Remember short, hold forever. You see I wrote it up here. So that is the general thesis of my personal strategy. It's been working quite well. Go long strength and short weakness. In crypto, there's a lot more weak tickers than there are strong tickers. All right. So that's why I do that in general. Now, chat, if you're with me, give me some acknowledgement there. Please like the video, share, tell your friends we're live. I'm getting ready to get more into the copy trading and how it works. First, I just want to show you the reason why you should copy trade me. So we got some folks here who I know want to do it. They're in the private Discord talking about it. All right, got a couple 100s in there. Right on. So this is the thing. So Degen, Degen's been my favorite altcoin to short like this whole cycle. Although I got a couple new ones, by the way. But I'm in this just one real quick, just to, gosh, let me go. Where is it? Pull back up here again. Okay. So yeah, you see, it likes to give you these scam wicks, but if you're paying close enough attention, you're gonna catch them. The other one was Moondeg. That was the last time I was on there a few days ago. I caught a quick 173% on that. Whoa, is this back up here? Boy, this isn't, or was that? No. We gotta look at the hourly chart. So that was just this morning. So this pump, look at this. I couldn't wait to get on here and talk about this one. I seen this candle. This happened in 1 minute. Matter of fact, I'll zoom in and show you guys. I have to go back so I can literally show you what happened. I called this out in real time. It was like, I don't know, 10:30 at night or something in the private group. This is a 10-minute chart. Trust me, this was happened on one candle. I mean, on a 1 minute candle. Okay. I immediately called this out. I was like, you guys, it shot straight up to here in 1 minute from here to here. These are opportunities, man. And so my strategy is nobody knows when this is going to go up, but I know that it's going to come back down eventually, okay? And this is a massive percentage. I'm going to show you. From here to here, you can't tell by looking at the charts. That was 40%. It happened in 1 minute. 40%. Let me look you in the eye when I tell you this. 40% in 1 minute. You guys, it's not going to the moon. This is an opportunity. I called it out in the Discord. Short this shit, man. Get that money. I don't know what you guys are here for. Like I posted on the chat. I said, on Twitter. I said this morning, I was like, you can either make jokes, you can either make money. I know what I'm here for. I'm trying to make money. I don't really have time for jokes. So 40% up, I called it out. So anybody who's paying attention at that time, you got to turn on notifications. What you got to do. In the general chat, there's more stuff going on, but in the market analysis chat, I tell people to turn on their alerts in there because we don't post in there unless we see something that's going on or something we think is more valuable. That's for the wave makers who have verified. So again, it's really easy to verify. You just use my Phemex referral code to create a Phemex account, and then the Discord has a verification bot where you put in your user ID, and then it just drops in there. Like I can even show you real quick on my Phemex account. The user ID is the one up here. Oops, I gotta get to it. It's the one up here on here, and it drops down. The user ID is the one that drops down from here. You can see it in there. Okay, and you're going to copy that, and you're going to paste it into the Discord bot. It's in the welcome channel of the Discord. Matter of fact, let me show you that real quick, because you're going to need this information when we're doing the copy trading too. That's how you're going to stay up to speed. So here's the Discord. The channels on the left here, one of them is the welcome channel. I got the top. You're going to click on that. It says it's going to have the instructions for you. I'm going to make a new welcome video as well. But this has like the instructions on just how do you do it. So basically get 1 year for free. The Discord is $99 a month, but I'm giving it away for everyone for free just to give it a try here because I'd rather have you deposit your $99 into your Phemex account and start trading and making some money. I'm not trying to get you to pay me as much as I'm trying to get you to learn how to trade and make some money, and or now, soon enough this week, you're going to be able to start copy trading me. So that's what that is. I just want to show you that. And it takes minutes, not long. You're going to take it a WAP. You're going to put in your bank card or whatever it is, your information, but it clearly says 365 days for free. So that's how we're doing that. Now, back to this real quick. So the trading rules here, and you guys can do this link yourself. Let me see if I can put this link. Well, they let me put a link in my chat in YouTube. Let me see. I'm not sure if I ever did this live before. Are they going to let me do it because it's my channel? I think so. Okay, so this is just the information link right here. You can read the copy trade profit sharing rules yourself. Like I said, pretty straightforward, but I definitely want to share that with you. So the percentage right here, the all top traders, is called being a top trader is what I'm called. You get 12% of what you make, but you don't got to do nothing. It's only if I make you money. You're going to get to basically create an account and put in there. Now, here's the only thing I got to check. I just put it in last night, so I don't think I'm verified yet. You're not going to be able to set up the copy trade me yet. So this is why, again, I highly encourage you to get in the Discord, and so that way you can pay attention, because I'm going to let you know as soon as it's available to press go time. I'm just waiting on the verification. I'm going to test it out with my own account first, and then we're going to tell you when to go. So I got a Chip Muffin in the Discord right now. He's popping off. I'm not sure, Chip, is that you in the chat in YouTube as well? Just want to see if I can verify. Everyone has a different name everywhere. I'm Cassius Cuvée on all platforms. You can follow me on Instagram and everything too. Basically, though, that's what we're going to do when we get in there is a copy trade. I get to keep 12%, but I'm going to keep on winning for you. This website right here gives you guys also like examples. If you win this, you win that. Their cycle, all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, you're going to get to see my positions. You get to see the account. I'm liking that I'm starting a brand new account with 20K in it. So that way you can just, follow along. Be very clear if I'm up or down or what. But Phemex has a lot of cool features. So let me go over some of the other stuff that I wanted to go over today on the show, because there's a lot of stuff going here. Phemex, I just have this on DJ. I'm actually not trading in this one. I'm trading in my new account. Let me pull it back. Trading here real quick. Oh, Moondag, yes. Sorry, I get sidetracked a little bit. Yeah, this one up 40%. Like, give me a break, bro. So I knew this was going to come all the way back down, and sure enough, it did. I got out. I don't know where the hell I got out. I got out on this dip here. It was like it was 10 hours I made this trade. It was like I got in, like my average was like here somewhere, and I got out like here, And that was on 10x, by the way, 173% on 10x. So when these little altcoins, these little meme coins, these shit coins that pump out of nowhere hella crazy, they come back down, that's an opportunity to get in quick. So join the Discord, and I call those out whenever I see them, and then maybe if someone else sees them, they'll call them out as well. And that's like an easy win. Like, it's like an opportunist. Now, the key, like I said on every strategy, is bankroll management. You don't pour your whole bankroll in on your first position. You got to say, look, just for easy math, let's say I put in, let's say a normal size position is $1,000. So I'll put in $500 as a starter position, ready to $1,000. If I think this is just going to go higher, something crazy is going on, I'll have tens of thousands more ready to enter more because I know it's going to drop eventually. Now, you're only going to do that so many times. I don't suggest martingaling on leverage trading. It's really hard because what happens is your stop loss gets closer and closer and closer faster than you think, unless you're like doubling up, in which case you don't want to do that. I usually keep the same position amount when I'm doing the short squeeze strategy. This is a short squeeze, which is I'm shorting at the top and waiting for it to come back down. So basically, don't overdo it, because if you're wrong, it's okay to get out and then re-enter if it keeps going higher, right? Like, so this, let's say this didn't come back down, did one of these, and even did one of these. Like, we knew it wouldn't even happen. It would happen faster than if it was a short squeeze. It would be like, it'd be like here. It wouldn't be hella far, right? This ticker's not going to the moon if everything else starts dropping. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at Bitcoin also, and I'm seeing what it was doing at that time. Oh, it's gonna kick me back out. I'm seeing what it was doing at that time, and then I'm like, okay, Bitcoin starts falling. I know that this altcoin is gonna fall also, especially something that just don't even make no sense, right? That was like, I don't even know where that was. It was like here. You see what I'm saying? You don't even see it on the Bitcoin chart because it was only on Moondeg. It didn't. Like, Moondeg's not going to lead the market to the promised land. You feel me? So obviously it was a short squeeze because it's a low volume ticker. It doesn't have a lot of money in it, not like compared to Bitcoin or something. And so you get to catch it on the way down. It's a nice, easy win. So yeah, that's just in general why you should join the Discord. We're going to call those out whenever we see them. And I'm on these charts all the time, so I see a lot of stuff. Back to Degens, and this is the one I'm in right now, right? Similar idea. Now, I won't call this an epic short squeeze as the Moondeg one, but it got over its skis, right? So let's see. We're looking here, right? I called out in the Discord. I said one of these looks different than the rest. So I got two Degens here because one is Bybit. I kind of got to get rid of that one. Okay, let's see. Bitcoin's oversold. Short shitcoins. So Crypto Plumber. Let me clarify this. So what happens is I'll get a notification or something will alert me. I'll just see it that like an altcoin pumped hella much, right? I'm then looking at Bitcoin and the other coins. I'm kind of cycling through this list kind of fast. Like, what the hell's going on? The other way, this is on the computer. I can see right here in this column here, like the percentages, okay? So, yeah, overbought. That's what you meant. Yeah, overbought. So, right here, I'm like, okay, Degen is up 8%. Bitcoin is only up 0.27. All these are up 1%. Like what? Like, that? This is the anomaly. Like, why is Degen the anomaly? Now, granted, if this pump were to continue, Degen could then go another 8%, and Bitcoin might go 2%. So you got to be careful. That's why we start small, and or you just get stopped out and you're looking to re-enter. But I'm sitting here and I'm waiting. I'm chomping at the bit. I'm waiting for this to drop. So I'm going to go in. Like in this case, one or two positions, not a big deal. I should say average down. If all of a sudden it starts doing some crazy shit, I might get out and I might wait and then I'll re-enter again. But I don't really think it's such an obvious news pump that it wasn't like a. I don't know. I just thought it was a short-term pump, and so far I'm right. So I'm green a little bit on this. I'm about to break even. But look, Bitcoin came back down. And that's my main point here. This Bitcoin news popped this. We did, moved around up here and it came back down. I'm like, I'm not really like scared about this Degen trade right now because why should I be? Like, Degen is not going to go to the moon if Bitcoin drops. It's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Bitcoin would have to pump again, in which case then I got to be on my toes, right? I'm an opportunist with this. This is not like this is a different trading strategy than like the swing trading or even different than the scalping. This is the short squeeze strategy, okay? I got different strategies for different things, but I'm also talking through it like in my Discord in this case, and I get to do it on live stream. So that's what I'm looking at here for this, all right? Again, I'm going through these and I'm just like, none of these are showing me anything. They're all kind of following Bitcoin. This look, ENA looks almost exactly like Bitcoin's chart. I'm looking for the anomaly because I'm looking for the opportunity, especially if it's a small coin, gives you a large percentage. Hey, well, we work off percentages. That's how we make money, So I want, that volatility. I'm not afraid of it. I'm embracing it, but I want to be precise. So I'm looking at a coin that I know it. I know how this coin moves. You know what I mean? That's the other thing too. I study all these coins, which is why I'm also helping the group. I have bearish tickers and bullish tickers. I have a channel for that. Things like that kind of help call out when I'm seeing this type of activity that's like an anomaly. You don't have to trade. So that's the other thing too. There's a one guy, he's actually the admin in the group, and he's always saying, what are we trading today? What is that? Looking for prices. And I'm like, you guys, have the approach of, I only want to trade when I think I'm going to win. Don't trade just because you're jonesing to trade. I got to tell you, the reason people lose money is because you find yourself turning into an addict. Don't be an addict. Be an opportunist. All right, listen, we didn't invent these financial markets. We didn't make the rules. But they've gotten to a point where they allow us to participate. Why? Because they think we're the dumb money. Don't be the dumb money. Be the guy who picks up the crumbs that the billionaires are leaving behind. Be the person who is counter to the trend at the opportune moment. That's how you make the money. You're never going to win. This is the kind of shit I think about all day long. And I'm like, I got to just come on here and tell my followers the real. Here's the thing, you guys. First of all, the real is this. The Web 2 algorithms ain't going to pump me because I'm not on here saying like Bitcoin's going to 1 million. I'm not on here saying a bunch of crazy ass shit. I keep it too real. And when you keep it real, the algorithms don't really like that. Not controversial. I'm not getting a bunch of trolls in here trying to pump my engagement so that way more people will see me, even though what I'm spouting off is a bunch of bullshit. All right. But the real is when Warren Buffett says, oh, I just, buy and hold. And guess what? Mathematically speaking, if you invested exactly like Warren Buffett, you could never catch up to Warren Buffett. Do you understand that? He could make 5% a year on $100 billion and you're 5% a year on $100. You would never become rich. Do you understand that? You got to be better. You got to be faster. You got to be smarter. You got to be stronger. You got to have more fortitude. You get what I'm saying? You got to have a better mindset than he can chill. We ain't him. And that's why I really want to tell most people, if you're watching this, you're a retail trader, you ain't the institutions. You got to be better. You can't just do what they say. And since when is a billionaire teaching you how to become a billionaire, bro? They don't care about you like that. I hate to break the news to you. You feel me? You got to be good. And that's why we here. We got to learn this. We lucky we have access to this, but they think we're dumb. They think we're going to blow it all on some home run trade and this leverage trade and just gamble it away. Don't be like that. Don't do that. We've all taken losses. The key is to minimize your losses. The key is to say, okay, I was wrong about this. Let me reposition. It's okay. You don't want to lose all your money. I tell everybody, my passion is to keep you from getting wrecked, okay? So everything I say on this channel is not financial advice. I need to say that at the beginning or whatever, so these agencies don't come after me. But it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just have a passion to keep people from getting wrecked, especially in crypto where things can drop 90% on you. And when I say 90%, you guys know I'm not exaggerating, right? Look, I'll give you an example right here. Let's take a look at Degen, for example. Right now on Degen, okay? This 90% is not a fake number. I'll show you. Look at this stuff. Okay, let's just say this is some peak over here. This was April of 2024. This was down 96%. Do you understand? How about let's just pick whatever you want to pick. Where was Moondag? We were looking at Moondag. Another one. Came back a lot. If you guessed right on this, congratulations. It's not going to go past all-time high again, though. We're going to go here. This dropped down. Another 96, 97%. All right. I don't want you to lose all your money, you guys. What did this one drop down? This one is even crazier. I mean, the thing is, when you start even talking about that high, I don't even need to go from up here. If I went from here to here, what would it be? 87%. You see what I'm saying? Like, crypto really would do that to you, and it'd do it in the blink of an eye. All right. And so my strategy, I've been planning this for years, to be honest with you, since 2022, because I've seen this shit happen before. I've seen this movie before. I'm like, look, I don't know which one of these weirdo altcoins was going to pump in January or whatever the year. I mean, whatever. I didn't know exactly for sure this one's going to pump. This happens to be my favorite coin. We'll get into why it's my favorite later. That's more for because it's a legitimate project. But like, I don't know how much it's going to pump, when it's going to pump, all that kind of shit. But I can tell you that it's going to fall, unfortunately, for me on this one. The top of Algorand was here and the bottom was down 74%. And look how little of time actually. I'll show you from here. And this is a legitimate project. This isn't even a silly meme coin. Hell, it didn't even pump that high. 75% from December 2nd to April 7th. Okay? I'm trying to keep you from getting wrecked. So, on ones that I know are not real projects, I know they're not going to do anything, you just wait for them to pump and then you short them. It's pretty simple. Token, all the way up to here, even to where it is today, is down 94%. Come on, man. So, this is the strategy in the short term as well. This is a relatively bearish token. So when this pumped this much, Bitcoin, remember, went all the way back up to here. I was waiting. So when Bitcoin's momentum slowed down, then I'm zoomed in on token, it slows down. And now I'm looking to enter a short. And sure enough, shorting weakness works. Now, when I was newer, I used to do things like, oh man, this token pumped so much, it's gotta reverse. Not necessarily, not if it's been a bullish token. If it's been a bullish ticker, it might keep running. So you gotta be prepared. You know, some bullish tickers this year were SWE and some other ones, you know, there's been a few, right? And so Tron, you know. So I don't even try to short those. And because here's the thing. When you understand how markets work and why they move, and I put this in the Discord too, like almost a week ago, but after my last show, the rubber meets the road when people buy, things go up, and when people sell, they go down. Anybody who tells you it's based on fundamentals is really not telling you the whole truth, okay? What's up, German Shepherd? We got Hip Muffin in the house. Chip Muffin. German Shepherd, what's popping? So here's the thing. In order for this to pump, somebody had to buy it. In order for it to sell, somebody had to sell it or short sell it all the way, push it back down again, all right? So what I'm looking for, like what I know, the psychology, what's going on with some of these meme coins is a coin's hot today, Punkay or whatever, something that was hot, it fell out of favor because it had no real fundamentals to even begin with. So the community is not like there because it's just an awesome project. They're there because they were gambling and they were like, this one is the coin that's pumping at the moment. I think I'm going to chase it. And now we look at the daily chart on Punkay. Let me show you back. Punkay, Ponke. And it's dropped. It fell out of favor. I remember when we're here in July of 2024, and this one's going to be the top coin this cycle. And then it was this meme coin after meme coin after meme coin after meme coin after meme coin. And then look, it didn't even get much higher. It peaked here November 2024, and it's down now. This is never coming back, you guys. It's never coming back. You know, let's see how much it's down. And look, I shorted it here. This is my main account, the one I don't even show on here. I shorted it here, the very top, because I knew it was ridiculous after the election. And guess what? I knew that if I was wrong and I got stopped out, I'd just re-enter. Eventually, we were going to see the top. And sure enough, I'm probably up. Let's see what I'm up on it. If we go all the way to here, I'm up. Well, I don't know. I'm in leverage to like 50x on this. So I don't know what it would be, but this is 83% to here. It bottomed here at 92%. Just in a matter of a few months. Do you guys really think this is going to survive the bear market? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm shorting these until they get delisted, like I said on my new song. So, by the way, we're about halfway through. And I normally do a recap wrap this show. And I got to be honest with you guys, I don't have one today because I was gonna release my music video. Having some trouble, some technical issues with my editor. He can't really help me, so I got to do the music video myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it, and we're going to debut it next week. I might even debut it during the week on my YouTube channel, and then I'll play it next week. But it's actually a chill song. I filmed it when I was in Hawaii, and it's about shorting these meme coins all the way down to nothing. And it's basically the bookend on the other side of Imaginary Traders, which is when all this was going up. And I was like, what's going up in here? I ain't want to duck in fear. You want to trade memes? Fine. In here, hold my fucking beer. Long-term utility, they stay fading. So fuck it. I'll make it a living off day trading. And that's when I was like, you guys think you know everything because you can pick what meme coin's going to the moon, even though it was always a charlatan move in the first place. Okay, fine. It might pump. It's going to drop. And I was right. And I have been right. I'm up thousands of % on so many of those, including one like this, Punkay. And, you know, basically, the strategy still applies. When this stuff pumps like this, you can catch this. This is a nice downward move. What was it, 2 days ago, whatever, it was the day before 4th of July, 3rd of July, when we had that pump. Look at this wiggle room here. Let me zoom in on this, right? Put it on the hourly. When you start seeing stuff like this, nothing moves in a straight line, but I saw this pump right here, and I was like, nah, you know what I mean? This was a good shorting opportunity, caught a little bounce here. I think I went to sleep, so I got out early, but everything dropped even more. Now, trying to come back again. Okay, no problem. Degen. I only did it on Degen because I was getting ready for the show and everything like that, so I didn't want to be on a dozen tickers. I only picked one this time. But yeah, this pump, so far I'm green on it. Not a lot of money, but a win's a win because I'm like, this is fake. And you see how it does this here? I know this ticker, you guys. It does this. You see how it does these long-ass candles and then come back down here? And that's okay. And guess what? I'll take profit probably when it comes down here. This ain't the Giga Short, right? I got my Giga Short account already. Oh, Servanto, I'm glad you love my music, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I do spend a lot of time writing my songs, and I make the beats on a lot of them, too. I made this beat for Bitcoin Bestie in the background. I made the beat on Crashing Waves. So, you know, I do put in a lot of effort, and the music videos take me even longer. So I appreciate everybody who likes it. Share it, show your friends, whatever. But good chill music sometimes. I make a lot of different styles of songs. I talk about what's going on in my real life. And as you guys know, I'm trading all day. So I talk about that. But it does, I got to be honest with you guys, it takes away from some of the content creation. I really want to make more content for brand new people. If you guys are new, I know I talk a little fast. I'm going to make some content where I break it down. We in here, man. Itama in the house. Right on. I'm going to make more content where I make more new content. And that brings me to this. This brings me to this over here. So back to YouTube here. So on my YouTube channel, I do have some Phemex videos already. Right now on my YouTube channel, Phemex navigation part 1 and part 2. The first one is just like, if you've never traded on a leverage trading platform before, you can create an account, you can get set up and I show you all the walkthrough in like 8.5 minutes on, you can make your first trade in less than 10 minutes, okay? So then we got part 2, which kind of explains leverage trading navigation on Phemex. So definitely check those out on the YouTube channel because they're going to just kind of give you step-by-step walkthrough, all right? Very easy to get started trading, and also I want you to create an account using my invite link. There's some extra perks you get in my invite link that I don't really want to, I can't really broadcast live on here, but trust me, you get extra perks, okay? So use my invite link and you're going to see there's certain red tape that you get to cut through pretty easily that you don't have to worry about when you use my link, all right? So definitely create a Phemex account because that's how you're going to be able to do my copy trading. You have to have a Phemex account. So create it with my invite link, and then I don't have it ready for you to connect today. I'll definitely go over more detail on the next show, but also during the week and on my private group, I'll show you, and I will make a video for that. So I was saying all that to say this. The music videos, I can't put them out every week or anything like that because I want to make more content videos that show people how to trade, okay? So I got to make the tutorial videos and things like this to help people like get up and running. And so like I'll make one on how to copy trade, like literally step-by-step what button to push, right? And then that's just to like connect your account and then you're done. After that, it's all on me to make you some money. And you can get out anytime you want or whatever. It's not like you're trapped in anything like that. You can always get out. But my main point is that my system is not designed for me to guess like I'm a wizard. I told you it was going to go up or I told you it was going to go down. It's more about bankroll management because what I'm good at, what I found myself is, what I'm found out I was good at is I'll see these pumps and I know when it's fake or overblown or whatever, and I'm an opportunist and I'll get in. Now, what it doesn't mean is that I'm going to be 100% win ratio. No, on the contrary. I might get stopped out hecka quick and I'll re-enter and then you catch the big one back down again. So like if you're copy trading me, you don't panic if you see a few losses for smaller amounts of money. It's part of the plan that I'm going to make it all back when we have the reversal because these markets, nothing moves in a straight direction, right? So I'm bankroll managing it all the way through, and your account that's attached to mine will do the exact same percentages. So you don't have to worry about anything. So it's like you don't have to do any decision making the way I'll sync it up. So it's like, this for easy math, you put in, just total easy math, you put in $10,000 into the copy trading account. If my percentage, and I got 20,000, we'll say, yeah, that's fine. And I say I do 20,000, right? If I put in 1% of my portfolio, it will be 1% of your portfolio. It's not your portfolio. It's just the money for the trading account, the copy account. So if I go in 1%, you'll be in 1%. If I go in 2%, you'll be in 2%. If I got to average down, if I get out, it'll get out, and then it'll come back in. So you don't have to, it does the math for you. You get what I'm saying? So when I then turn around and I hit it, to come back down, like boom, you hit that 10% gain, that 20% gain, or whatever the case may be, is matching my leverage and everything like that. It does it identical to yours, so you don't really have to do any decision making. It won't be like my account might be twice as much money as yours, but it's still doing the same percentage of the bankroll in the account, if that makes sense. You feel me? Let me see what the chat is saying here. And I'm all right on, yeah, Matt. I appreciate the super chat. Let me like that. So yeah, if you guys do the super chat, I also have a poll up there. The super chat, appreciate that. Any tips, they all help. I gotta set up something. Randy Hipper, shout out Miss Teen Crypto. Randy Hipper hooked me up. She showed me how to do some stuff that I haven't got started yet because I travel and do hella shit and too many excuses. But the point is, next week I'm gonna do some stuff with like stream elements and stuff so that when you do like a tip or a super chat, you'll get like your message pop up on the screen and stuff. I gotta get that set up. So if you guys want to say something, you can pay a super chat and then it'll come up on the screen. And then it's like tipping straight through PayPal. I guess, I don't know, YouTube takes a large percentage or something like that. I don't really know. Anyways, copy trading is going to be legit because anybody who's been following me closely knows that I'm all about bankroll management. So you don't have to worry. I just want to make you guys know you don't have to panic if you see me take small losses. Like the big win is coming. That's part of the strategy I'll be doing depending on this trade. So it's not like my whole thing is I don't want to lose all the money in one swoop. That's what is the worst thing. Everything is bankroll management because I'd rather be mad that I missed a win than mad that I took a huge loss. Shout out Andrew who's in the chat. So anybody who's been trading long enough knows what I mean. You do not want to take a big loss. then you're out. Boom, you wake up one morning, your whole entire portfolio is down 30%. No. I'd rather miss a gain of 30% than lose 30%. You hear what I'm saying? There's going to be plenty more opportunities. So it's small wins, small losses, small wins, small losses. Boom, you catch that big win, and then back small wins, small losses, small wins, small losses. Boom. That's the overall way people stay consistent and make money over years of doing this. I've been trading since 2020. I had an account before that, but not really till 2020 after COVID, going hard. First it was stocks and TradFi. Then I switched over to crypto. A lot of you guys know my story. Maybe some people don't. Quick story. I made a song about a certain segment of the stock market. We was eating on that. And me, when I say we, it was my crew on Twitter, but also this one guy. This guy's been in TradFi for 20 years, 25 years. He'd been trading since the late 90s, and he kind of showed me the ropes and what a SPAC was, all this weird shit you don't even know about today if you don't already know, but certain segment of the stock market, and it was like these certain strategies, and boom, we was making money. So I made a song about it. I knew what I was doing. I wrote the song. Everybody, shout out who gave me the game on both on Twitter and the CNBC, and then they played it on TV. That kind of popped me off as far as being known as a trader, and then I'm also a recording artist as a trader. And so everyone was like, you should make an NFT. I was like, what the hell is an NFT, right? This is February of 2021 now. And and that's when I learned what blockchain was. And then after I learned what blockchain was, there was no looking back. And so I've been trading crypto ever since. And so I've seen the full cycle and the pump of second half of 2021 and the dump of 2022. And so I have experience here, and that's why I knew what was going to happen. That's why I make songs predicting all this stuff. So, that's why I'm so confident as well. And ultimately, though, because we've all lost money if you've been around for that many years, right? It's been 5 years now. I'm telling you my wisdom and my experience of the most important things. You don't want to lose your bankroll because it kicks you out of the game. You're like, man, it's devastating. Like, as mad as you are, that you're like, man, I should have held that trade longer. It pumped another, 100%, would have made double my money. It's not nearly as mad as you're going to be as if you had lost half your money. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'd rather get rich slow than gamble to get rich quick and then lose it all in one swoop. I cannot stress this enough, okay? So this brings me to leverage trading, and I want to talk about this. I'm going to go to Phemex here, okay? So people think leverage trading is risky, and it is. But there's certain things that I like about it that keep you personally in check on an individual trade. Number one, and this is for everybody, and there was a guy in the private group also. You see this up here, isolation and cross? Keep it on isolation. This is really important. I think I put that in the video. You'll see when you click on it here too. Like right now, I've got 10x leverage on this Degen trade. Cross or isolation, keep it on isolation. This is an important little tactic here, okay? Isolation means that the money you have on this trade is only for this trade, okay? If you put it on cross, it's your whole bankroll. So right here, so this account I've got $3,300 in here, right here. If I was on cross, you know what? I'll just show you an example. Let me see it. So isolation, if I go, let's say I'm on a short Degen right now on this account, right? It says my liquidation price is 00387. Okay, if I hit confirm, let's see, it should be different if I go on cross. Check it out. My liquidation is 0.01540. That's because my liquidation is now based on $3,300 instead of isolation is just the $1,000. That was my position. So this is, yeah, I see in the chat, I say it's crucial. Like, there's almost no reason to use cross. The reason when it doesn't matter is because if you're only trading Bitcoin, you're only trading one ticker, and you're using your whole bankroll to trade anyway, some people, that's their strategy. Like, I got 100 grand in there. Every time I trade, I do the whole 100 grand. I set my stop loss at minus 1%, and that's my 1% risk to reward ratio, basically, right? There's a rule of thumb that says you don't want to risk more than 1% of your bankroll in any given trade, 1 to 2%, depending on how confident you are. And, like, some people use their whole entire bankroll. So then cross, it doesn't really matter, right? Because you're literally using your whole bankroll every time, no matter what. But if you're not doing that, put it on isolation, okay? Because you can still have it on isolation, and that would be the same rule anyways. So the main thing is, if I had this on cross, and let's say I go to sleep or some shit, or the internet cuts out of me, and I don't have a stop loss, I could just keep losing and losing and losing and losing my whole bankroll. Okay? You don't want to do that. So isolation protects you from that. So now I'm on 10x leverage, and if I was going to do it, let's see, 10x leverage, $1,000, the most I could lose is $100. You know what I'm saying? Worst case scenario, $101, whatever is the fees. This is just a technical, mechanical thing. This is not a matter of opinion, you guys. This just helps you not get fucked on just like some basic, like I didn't know what button to push type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is very important. So, and even if you've been doing this for a while, like I can't stress this enough. Like, everyone thinks, I won't say everyone, but a lot of people are very confident. They win a few trades. Like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I got the hang. Oh, that doesn't matter. I don't need stop losses. I remember when I was a client of mine, I do one-on-one stuff, and he's a great guy. So this is not to talk down on him because we've all been here before. But he started on breakout prop, and if you guys know breakout prop, that is the one where you get $100,000 to trade with, but you got to pass the evaluation. Okay, so this is my breakout prop discount code too. If anybody uses breakout prop, this is my referral code, GGRF7W. You put that in on every single evaluation purchase and you save money. So I highly recommend doing it every time. There's no downside. It just saves you some money. But he was like, oh, I'm not really worried about it. I always have a tight stop loss. I won't lose the 4% in a day, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, bro, I'm trying to give you some game here. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the next day he got liquidated. And he got breached. And I was just like, yeah, because we always confident. We think, oh, we got a good bankroll management strategy. Sure, we all think we do until we get burned. So that's why leverage trading is a good thing. If whatever, stop loss situation. Yeah, sure, I believe you should have a stop loss. But let's say the stop loss don't work, or you fell asleep, or the internet cuts out, whatever the hell. When you have it on isolation, I cannot lose more than what this cost me. Which would be, let's say, $101 right here, right? This $1,000 trade cannot cost me more than 101. Let's see what it said again if I switched it back to cross. I know people who know this already are probably like, what the hell, man? This is not what I'm here for. But I'm telling you, this is this is a good one. On vacation, OG, you got to go. All right, Matt. Well, thanks for hopping in for a minute. Okay. Let's see what it says if I go to attempt the trade here. All right. Oh, it cost me 100, but they're not showing my liquidation amount. We just know that it would be, the margin level is 13,000%. Okay, that's so. Always have it on isolation. Oh, and the key is also, I need to say this. You've got to put on isolation on every ticker. It's the default's on cross. That's why, this is why I'm bringing this up. Like, this is very important. Let's just say, I think Toncoin I've never done. Yeah, so check this out. So when I turn on a coin I haven't traded on here yet, Toncoin, look, this is another one short squeezed right here, and boom, somebody made some money shorting this bag down. Toncoin, it defaulted to cross right up here. So you got to make sure you turn it back on isolation, okay? It will stay on isolation when I get off of it and when I come back, but it's default for whatever reason. The platforms do that. So, but I say all that to say this: leverage trading is good because if you have it on isolation, it limits your downside risk. You know that the most I'm going to lose is my $100. Worst case scenario, $101. You feel me? I'm not going to get burned. So that's why it can actually work to your benefit. So don't be afraid of leverage trading. Just know what you're doing. You start small. 10x is actually kind of big for a lot of people, especially on altcoin. 10x can be, it moves really fast. You got to get used to it. What you're really going to see is where the stop loss comes in. Oh, I don't even want to do it on here because I hate losing money. But if let's say, let me just do like $10. Let me do $10, right? So if I do $10 here, market order. I just do a market order just so I can get it, right? $10, market order. It's on isolation, okay? If I do short, let me just make sure I don't have a DGen account because this is my, okay. I mean, it would show up here if I did. So short it. So, okay, here, boom. You see right here, it shows my liquidation amount is right here on 10x. And you could, and this will, let's see right here, it'll disappear. You can turn this on by coming up here and clicking some of this stuff here. Check this out. If you ever display settings, they help you out. They'll show you things like the arrows, or when you enter an exit, you can see this red arrow right here where I entered right here. So check this out. So now when I move my if I change my my leverage amount here, let's say I go down to 5x. You see it bumped it up. So now I won't get liquidated as quickly, but I will lose twice as much money though, okay? Because now I've got, this was a $10 position, right? $9.99, right? But my money is $2. It used to say $1. So let me go back, go here. We can, wrong ticker. 5x, we're gonna make it back 10x, right? Because that's double, right? And now I'm only putting in $1, okay? Because $1 times 10 is $10, right? So, but look real quick though. Just let's say so this is, okay, here's a good example, right? Let's say I thought this was going to roll. If I had shorted here, 10x leverage, you can tell by eyeball check. Like, I would have got stopped out. So 5x, you get more wiggle room, but you have more money on the table. So you got to be careful there. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful there. But that's why I say start small and start with a small amount of money, and you get the hang of it. So we're gonna close this one at 0. You could do it here. And just market close. Another thing, I have a lot of quote unquote unpopular opinions. You got to learn the rules of trading to break the rules of trading. I always say that. But there's certain things that I want to make clear to people. I talked about this in last week's too. A lot of people tell you always do limit orders, right? Both the intra trade and exit trade. And that's, I understand why they say that, because you get charged less on fees and then you get your exact amount, because slippage is a real thing, especially with the altcoins. So, because if I was going to do, you can't even trade $1 million on DGen. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't do some massive hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's just too small of a ticker. Your slippage would take all your money. Slippage is like the gap, the price gap. Go back. The price gap between here and here. And you might think, I already know that. Let me tell you something. It's different on every altcoin. Okay, and the less liquidity and stuff, like, it could be real big and it might be different on a different day or a different hour. Okay, so you want to take baby steps on that, and you're going to see maybe a little bit of a price swing here. It depends on how much money you put in, and all of a sudden you're going to buy this whole order book up. So that's why you start small. You learn your tickers and you increase, and you're like, okay, I can get in and out 5,000, 10,000, whatever, maybe 100,000. You start learning that ticker, how much liquidity is in there. So that's the other reason why you always start small, is because slippage will burn you. Now, when you do a market order, slippage burns you the most, because you're gonna get you in the position no matter what. They're gonna get you out no matter what. Here's the thing: when you're trying to be as precise as me, though, and you gotta wait to set a limit order, you might fuck around and that shit don't hit, and all of a sudden price is going against you, and it might be worse than the slippage. So, especially if you're scalping or something, you gotta use market orders to get in and get out. The other reason is because a limit order, if you're entering a trade, is not trading with the trend, right? A limit order says I gotta go up here and then hope it reverses. No, does that mean I never do limit orders? No. It means that usually my initial position is I think I'm catching a top, because I've zoomed all the way into the 1 minute chart. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm catching, and I'll show you, actually, let me show you on TradingView, because I didn't trade it on this one. So on TradingView, I entered this position this morning. Let me go to the 5 minute chart. I entered this position here. It was like as soon as I woke up, right? I was a little hasty. It was a half size position, $500, right? I entered here. I was right. It went down. I was like, woo! But then it went against me, right? This is a market order. So when it went around like this, and then it boom, it shot up here again. I was like, okay. And then when it came back down, I seen that wick. I was like, look, I'll set a limit order here, another $500, right? I didn't double it or anything like that. Just another same unit down here. Give me a full size position, which will obviously make my average here. If it comes here, because I was in the bathroom shaving, I'm getting ready to come on camera, right? I heard in the background. I was like, okay, I entered. So that I did enter on a limit order, because I said this is like, okay, this is a good chance that this will be my resistance line. So far, so good, right? Now I'm back green now, right? So that was when I decided to set the limit order there. Now, when I get out of this trade, now let me go back to Phemex. Kind of a similar thing. If I set the limit order to get out, I don't know if I'm going to get out right away. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's really going to happen. So I'm going to come here. Is this DG? Make sure I'm on the right thing. I don't know why it shows that green arrow pointing up. That'd be a long. But here's DGen. I'm gonna come. Oh, I think I opened a long by accident. I don't know what happened. All I know is I'm gonna go here, market order, close the short. And now it's gone. That line disappears now. All right. And so that's all that was. Plain and simple. Just to get in and out of that. Market order. Guarantees I get out of the trade. I'm not sitting there fighting, looking at it. Because I've seen this too. Especially like CryptoFace. He's got hella money on there. He's like, I'm going to limit order it out. And he's like, and it starts going against you. He's like, fuck this, market order out. Like, just get me out. I'm losing money, So that's just, that's just a way. I kind of just said, look, I'm going to chop up the market order fees as a loss, charge it to the game, bro. If I got a good trade, I'm not worried about the fees. All right. Right on. German Shepherd. He took that DGen trade in the live stream this morning. I mean, in the Discord this morning. He got in there. Right on, man. What are we up right now? I don't know. Let me see. I got it over here. 9.29%. Not bad. I mean, not nothing great, obviously, but it's just a risk versus reward. Not a lot of money in there. I wasn't even supposed to be trading right now, so we're in there. Oh, another thing I forgot. Let me go back to Breakout Prop real quick, because there's a promotion on Breakout Prop right now. They don't usually have promotions. It's not a sale. My discount code is how you get the sale. YouTube. On Breakout Prop, they're doing this giveaway thing here. So I posted this on my YouTube posts. Breakout Prop does have a little bit of a thing going on this month, or right now at least. So they made this thing for me here, because I'm an official partner with them. You get to enter into this thing every time you purchase an evaluation. You get entered in here, and you can win some kind of prize on there. Check the website for more information. but they're doing like a giveaway for a free evaluation. That's what they're getting. They're going to give away five $10,000 evaluations. So for every time you purchase an evaluation on there, you get entered into the opportunity to get another $10,000 evaluation for free. So they don't do many promotions. You know, it's not like this is the greatest. They're not giving you $100,000 or something. But, you know, free evaluation is free evaluation. So just, you know, if you're a breakout prop trader, you have a friend who wants to try it, they can enter now, and then they get into a pool to try to win. The more you get more entries, the more you go. So it's kind of a good time to get started on breakout prop if you've never tried it before. Because worst case scenario, let's say you get breached on that one, you got a free evaluation coming behind it if you win this contest. So also, again, use my discount code GGRF7W, and that way you'll save money when you purchase your evaluation in the first place. So I definitely want to call that out for breakout prop. All right, so now in breakout prop, you guys don't know, this is what it looks like. Trade on here. I've had a lot of success on here. They give you 100 grand to trade with. And then, well, if you buy the 100 grand account, that's how it works. And then, okay. Shouldn't resize the window, kind of messes it up. This is the 1 minute chart, so I trade pretty precise on here. I can do the same thing on Phemex as well. I don't have any trades open right now on breakout prop. I closed them all before I went on vacation. One of those things that I don't like to keep open. I don't know. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I want to come back, like I said, I want to come back with some specific videos to like the walkthrough on how to set up copy trading. But I want you to join the Discord group, because in the Discord group is where you're going to get the latest information. It's free to join the Discord group, and there's no reason not to join the Discord group. I see it popping off right now. Hey, we got a winner. Okay, Chip Muffin right now, he's up 21.94% on a 20x leverage Degen trade in the one I called out this morning in the group. And that was in the free one, too. That was in the general chat. I didn't even put that in the one for just the wave makers who are officially verified. This is just for anybody. So this one, he's up like 21%. You'll take it, you know. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. But remember, bat singles. Bat singles. There's no reason, right? I'm not sure. This is if you're still in the trade, I'm not sure if you closed it or not. But this is what I'm looking for, right? The reason I'm still in it, I haven't gotten out, right? Let me go back to Trading View. You can see it right now, right? Trading View. So right now, I'm green right now. Remember, this was my first entry, you know, after this pump. So I'd be equal to my first entry, except for that average down here in that limit order. This is my average, right? I'm watching Bitcoin to see if this pump was fake, right? And maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. That's my risk versus reward in this particular trade. And that's my whole approach to every trade. It's not that I think I'm right or I know for sure. You know, rarely that happens to be the case. But it's always a what if I'm wrong. I posted that on Twitter earlier this week. I was like, you guys, I don't claim to be a wizard. I don't claim to tell you I know that Bitcoin's going to 112K this week. I don't claim to know that. You know what I'm saying? How would anybody know that for sure? Especially in this environment we're in, when news can just drive prices out of nowhere. But I will say there's certain things we notice trends and patterns, right? I've called this out in the private Discord before. Bitcoin and crypto markets move when POTUS, the president of the United States, makes some tweet or some post, some announcement. Well, what have we been noticing since he got elected? He usually makes them on a Sunday. Okay, that's needed information, right? It doesn't happen every Sunday, but I'm just saying they don't usually happen on Saturday. So if you're a weekend trader, be ready for that potential Sunday pump. It's usually, you know, a good news announcement too, right? So, you know, if you think that your technical analysis is saying, man, we're down here. So when I didn't even really go over it today, I should have at the beginning. I talked about it. But if your TA, I'm looking at momentum waves down here. If your TA is telling you, let's put on like an hourly chart, or let's say we'll do a little 4-hour chart. Okay. So let's say, right? Remember, I shorted this down. I called this out in the group. We got some massive wins when this pump happened, right? I was in a dozen tickers or something. I don't know how many I was in. I was in a lot of tickers. No, I wasn't in that many. I think I was in a half a dozen or so. Caught this down. Degen gave us one more pump here. Caught this down. And maybe you're doing your TA down here, and you're looking at market cipher B. That's what this is here, these momentum waves. Because I didn't talk about this today, because I always talk about market cipher B, because it's my favorite indicator of an indicator, is these momentum waves. And I might have said, you know what? I saw this green dot on the 4-hour. I might want to enter a long here just on GP. You see this long wick here? That would have been a good trade, right? On the 4 hours, a 4 hours kind of a good time frame. 8 hours when I'm thinking like the big swing is going to happen. 4 hour, not bad either though. And I'm like, okay, let's say you enter this here. You also knew that this was Saturday. And my risk versus reward guess might tell me if we have positive news, they're probably wait until Sunday. So risk versus reward, you'd be like, okay, boom. I'll enter this trade. So let's say this wick came down and came back up. I'll enter this trade now that I think that we're starting here. on a Saturday, maybe on one of these wicks here, right, in between here and here. But I'll set my stop loss back down to the bottom of the swing wick if I'm wrong, right? And for me, this is just my little system because I don't have time to draw the whole thing precisely. I'm just like, I'll set my stop loss here. So if I'm wrong and we don't get any news Sunday and this wants to go like this, I'm only losing my money to here. No big deal. But if I'm right and we get some news, boom, you catch that upside. You know what I'm saying? I could see this being the resistance point that you would even set a take profit right here. Boom. You would probably get yourself a nice what, 4 or 5 risk to 1, 4 to 1 risk to reward ratio maybe, right? So let's see. If I had used the tool, I could have used the tool, right? Let's see if we put this tool here. I do like this tool. It just takes me too much time to get it hella precise. You could double click it and you can put in the exact numbers and shit. I just don't feel like doing all that shit. But let's see. So ballpark, right? You pull it over. My risk to reward would have been 5 to 1 ratio. That would have been cool. You know what I'm saying? If I had been paying attention, I was doing hella work yesterday. I was trying to get this damn music video done and stuff, and I was hanging out with somebody. So I'm like, I didn't enter, but that would have been a cool little risk to reward. Except for that, I would have not long Degen. I would have picked the strong ticker. Let me be honest with you. It wouldn't have been this ticker. I only short this ticker. But the general idea was that we saw this wick. We had a green dot down here. You would have entered your risk to reward ratio somewhere about here. Boom, if I lost, I would have lost 1, but it would have been realistic. Let's say we even made it a little bit less just because I don't like to go all the way to the top. Let's say to the top of the body of this candle. That would have still given us a 4 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Somebody won this trade. Somebody took this trade and won. You know what I'm saying? It was worth the downside risk, and they know that positive news comes on a Sunday, and they caught it. So congratulations to anybody out there who took this trade. That would have been a beautiful setup, to be honest with you. I know hindsight's 2020. I don't want it to seem like that, but just the idea of where we would have put the stop loss, right? Based upon if we saw this wick and we thought that was a sign of a reversal, and then we're looking at, somewhere down here, we're looking at some sort of, this is kind of support right here. Anything below that, it would have been toast for us. So that's very realistic. And then on the upside, really, first, I always look at just in order operations here before I enter the trade. I'm like, okay, what's my worst case scenario, right? So I would have said, okay, this down here. And so then you ask yourself, what's the upside so that this trade would make sense, like profitability wise? You say, okay, well, maybe it will retrace all the way up to here. Well, maybe not this high. Well, maybe we'll say to the bodies of these candles. Again, fair enough, right? Like risk to ratio right to here, 4.1 to 1 risk versus reward, that's a good one. That'd have been a great one. Shit. Some people have a take profit 1, 2, 3. I don't really like to do that. I'm usually out all the way, usually. Not always. I'll see how it goes. I'm looking at momentum. You're going to zoom in when you're going to actually do the trade, kind of see what we're looking at here. But that kind of stuff, somebody won this trade. This would have been a nice one. So shout out to anybody who caught that setup. It was fair risk versus reward. That's what we like about it. Not that we knew it was going to pump or that we knew it was going to dump. You took the gamble and then you took the qualitative or quantitative, I guess it'd be qualitative, and you said, well, Sundays is the day that they always like to give us good news and we'll get an oversized move to the upside. And I guarantee you somebody knew that that's what happened. And sure enough, if you're in my Discord, someone out there put the post in there. I think it was Chip. Appreciate that. That's why also trading community is good, you guys, because people will go ahead and help one another. Because I woke up, first thing I did was open my eyes and say, why the hell did everything pump? I didn't know why. And then somebody put this tweet here that showed us what happened, right? President has once again extended tariff pause from July 9th to August 1st. That would be positive news because everyone was scared that July 9th would be doomsday or whatever, like he put back from the tariffs again, and then everything would dump again like it did in January. So thanks to the Discord group. Shout out to the wave makers. In this case, it was Moretta, and we appreciate that because I was asleep. So appreciate you guys, and that's why we got each other's back in there. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. It's 1 o'clock. It's been an hour. I'm glad you guys joined. Let me just see if I had anything else written on here in my notes here. Yep. I talked about my leverage trading can be better. Don't martingale a leverage trade. That's when you average down hella times. I did it twice. You know what I'm saying? 2 moves, wait and watch. Not a big deal if I got to cut my losses and take it on the chin. I'm still in this trade here for Degen. This is Bitcoin on Degen though. And I'm like, okay, where should I? Let's see, where should I take set my take profit on this? Let's just see. If I was going to take profit, you know what? I'll take profit. I'll tell you when. This is my strategy. Oh, let me pull it up. My bad. My strategy is not so much on price. And sure, you can do the 4 to 1 risk versus reward ratio, right? That's never a bad thing, except for that I go on momentum. So my thing might be when I see this 10-minute dot down here, there's 10-minute dot, green dot come, See the 5 minutes, it wants to come. It's not there yet, but it might not come yet. So I'm waiting to see if this does one of these. And, you know, maybe I catch the waterfall and I get lucky, right? In which case, straight down, you might try to catch the bottom of that scam wick. You might not wait for the 10 minute because it might. What happens is it does one of these and then it comes, shoots back up again, right? I'm not trying. This is not a giga short. This is a short-term trade. So I'm just like, you know, first big move, I catch the big move is when I'll take the money. You see what I'm saying? Now, you can set alerts, and let's say I will set an alert. So I can set an alert on price. I can say to below this wick here, right? I'm thinking maybe it was coming originally. I was thinking it would come all the way back down to here, but we don't need to go all the way back down to there. Let's just say to here, right? Let's say I'll set an alert here. Say I'll set an alert here just to alert me, and I can kind of make up my mind when I get there. You know what? We'll set at the bottom of this reversal here, even, just to look at it. Okay, so I don't got to be staring at it all day. I'm going to set one here, too, just to let me know if I'm wrong. Something crazy is going on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have a stop loss set here, too. I don't have it on this screen for you guys, but I'll set a stop loss just to sanity check stop loss. But I don't really care. I don't have that much money in it. I'm, like, prepared with that isolation mode. Now, on isolation mode, worst case scenarios, I just lose the whole position. It wouldn't kill my bank account. It's a small position. But the real reason I'm going to take profit is when I see this down here get a green dot on the 10-minute. I don't like to fight a 10-minute green dot, okay? Especially not a deep wave 10-minute green dot like this, okay? Let's see what the hourly chart is looking at real quick. You know, we got a nice red dot here. If I was doing my scalping strategy, I would get out on the green dot at 10-minute, and I'd re-enter on the way and ride it back down again on the red dot. So in this case, I'm not trying to trade it. I got other shit I got to do. So I would just get out on this one probably when I get a green dot. So what we can do is we can set an alert here. So you see add alert on market cipher B. We can go alert. I can say green dot, but green dot, so just so you guys know, green dot on market cipher B is when that big green dot comes out down here. You want it on small green dot. You see this small green dot, blue wave crossing up? I'm already on the 10-minute chart, so it's the 10-minute chart, small green dot, only once, just it doesn't matter, just alert me right there. Boom. Now I will get an alert when the green dot first flashes. When it first appears, it'll show me here on market cipher B. And I might just take my profit and get out at that point in time. Maybe it's not profit, maybe just break even. I'll probably take a glance, right? I'll take a glance. Again, I don't like setting limit orders unless maybe I will down here. Maybe I'll set a limit order down here. Like if we catch a scam wick down here, just give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Because this is supposed to be a quick trade. But I want this alert to say if I'm wrong and everything starts pumping, I look back at Bitcoin and all of a sudden, look, Bitcoin's going up again. And Bitcoin, listen, you know what? So I'll set an alert right here. Check this out. I'll set an alert right here on Bitcoin to let me know if Bitcoin wants to do. If Bitcoin start doing the whole do, I need to get out of that degen trade. I don't give a damn what degen is doing. You get what I'm saying? I'm not waiting. I'm going to get my money and get out, you know, even if it's break even. You feel me? If all of a sudden Bitcoin starts pumping and Bitcoin is trying to pump, you know, let's see what it's doing on this 1 hour. I have a feeling Bitcoin's going to just, this is what I have a feeling. I think Bitcoin's going to probably do one of these and then we'll wait till tomorrow or wait until the close of today, which would be 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock my time. Pre-market opens at 3 o'clock for the stock market. That's what I kind of think will happen for Bitcoin. And so if my thesis is correct that degen is a bearish ticker and this was overbought condition, it will, while Bitcoin does that, this will do this. You see what I'm saying? So I probably will set my my take profit. I don't like to go all the way to the bottom just because I miss it by a little bit. I'll probably set to the bottom of this candle. I'll probably set my take profit here. I like to do it with this color. Probably do that. I'll set a take profit here, so whatever happens, if it drops, I'll just automatically do it if I'm not paying attention. I'll set a couple alerts. I'll set another alert when it gets close. You know where I'll set this alert? At the top of this. See, I'm looking for support and resistance. I'll set at the top of this here, just in case. So this alert comes here. You see how these candles? This is the 1 hour chart. Right here, price was liking it for whatever reason. Oh look, it just coincided. You see that? You see that right here? Coincidentally, I know we're dropping off some people here. They thought I was gonna stop. But I keep giving more game because I wasn't even really doing TA on this live stream. But you see this? Look, I didn't even see this. This was off the screen. But I was looking at this and kind of this area. And I was like, looks like support resistance. And then I scrolled over and sure enough, boom, this was also a support and resistance line off the screen. So like I said, this is 20% of it. I don't think it's that much. But if I'm going to tell myself when I should take profit, that gives me a clue. Whereas the other way it gives me a clue would be I'd zoom in and I would see the green dot. Okay, so that's what I'll do. After I get off this right now, I'm going to set the take profit here. I got alerts here just in case I want to see. I got an alert on the green dot. You can see your alerts up here. Oop, Come back. You see your alerts up here. So you see the Degen that just set all these alerts right here. So this one right here, these are your alerts up here on TradingView. So I got multiple alerts just for this one trade. What, I got 4 or 5 alerts put on, just slapped on this trade. No big deal. I got plenty of alerts. Okay, so ain't no problem. So yeah, just alert me. You know what I'm saying? Tell my phone to blow up wherever I'm at in the house. You know, I got TradingView on the phone. I got it on 3 computers. Okay. So and then if I'm wrong again, the most important one is if I'm wrong, I need to see if Bitcoin have a little pump right now. Is this a real pump or is this a little fake pump? It just stopped right in the middle of its support and resistance range. Right, we could draw a little box here. Where's the rectangle at? This is the craziest stuff. It's in here. The rectangle. This is kind of a little support and resistance range in here for Bitcoin, right? A little range. Came back to the range. So I probably want to, as a sanity check, I probably want to put another support and resistance here. If it breaks out of this range, I got to know, right? I want to know about it. So this is my Bitcoin sanity check. I'll do another one if it decides to shoot way up here above and make a new high of this swing wick of this morning pump. Then maybe it's got legs and we want to say, we're at a rate and we're at a wait and see. I want to know. I don't want to get burned. But also, let's say, it breaks down below this. Might as well put one here too. I don't care. If it does anything, I want to look at it. No big deal. But in the meantime, I don't got to look at it now that I put all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I can go eat lunch or something, go on a walk, work out, whatever, clean up, start editing this music video, start editing some content for you guys on how to trade and to get this copy trading set up. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Look, I just got an alert. Degen crossing up. I had that one here. No. It was this one. Blue wave cross. So I got the green dot on the 10-minute. So now I'm like, ruh-roh. Degen's not the strongest ticker in the world. Every little tick. It doesn't have much liquidity, so just every little tick. So now let's see. Do I want to get out of this trade? This is what I'm going to tell you right now. I don't like fighting this green dot. I could get out right now. I would be up. I'd only be up 6%, but that's money. If it does one more unit against me, I'll get out. So let's see. Let's put this on a 1-minute chart, even though it's on my other computer on the other Phemex account. If it does one more unit against me, I'm going to just get out. One more unit. You know what? And this is when you could set a limit order, as a matter of fact. 359. I'm doing it on right here right now. So you set 100%. Well, you know what? I don't like doing that because the market makers will scam wick you. Actually, they'll just take your liquidity and they'll turn around reverse. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. I'm going to watch it manually. I'm going to watch it manually, actually. I don't like being one tick away, sitting in a limit order unless I know for sure I want to get out, like I take profit. Because they'll just stop me. And this is in the wrong direction. If it was a lower one, I wouldn't care if they just got it. But since it's a higher one, I don't want to do it. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'll cut this off. We're going to find out. One direction or the other. Next tick, I'm in the live stream. Let's see. I don't like fighting this 10-minute green dot. This ticker doesn't have that much liquidity, so you just got to sit here and watch it. It's stupid. But it's also kind of safer because you can do your math. You can calculate it hella easily. Let's see. We got. Let's see, this is fake. Because here's why too. It's not closed. Right? We got 6.5 minutes until this thing closes. I wish Degen used to be in breakout prop. Kind of fun there. You can't put that much money on it, but I did make a lot of money trading it over here. Phemex is cool though. So yeah, okay. Oh, real quick, I can show you some things. The way you copy trade on Phemex is you go up here in futures, and then it says copy trade, and you can click on that. And then they show you the top traders. So I'll be on here as one of the top traders, okay? You can find me or you can search or whatever, and then you'll find, so copy, excuse me, well, I already replied, copy my trade. So my copy trade, you can go copy somebody. That's how you click on whatever. I'll be somebody on here. I don't know how you find me. I'll have a link. Well, I'll have a link that I'll share in the private Discord group. That's how it really works. And then you can copy these people. A couple people down. A lot of people down. Shit. And I'm up overall in that account right now. I'm up 29%. So I just opened this account. I'm up 21.21% on this account right now. Well, I can show you that. Let me see real quick. Since I put in, you guys know because you were following my trades. Yeah, so Andrew called out. We've got a news channel in the private Discord as well. So MZK is my admin. So we've got a news channel. Let me go to the Discord real quick. I can show you. There's a news right here, news channel. Okay, so So there's a news channel here. So different stuff going on. Elon Musk doing this. So it keeps you up to date on the news. If you want to set an alert for that news channel, set it. I don't want us to do at everyone on every post because that just goes to everybody who has it, and I don't want to be the boy who cries wolf. What we are going to do is set it at everyone when I'm entering, like when we think there's a major opportunity. Like when I saw that Moondeg pump, I'm like, look, it's an opportunity right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that was such an obvious short squeeze. You know, it goes 40% in literally a minute. Like, come on. So, you know, I'm jumping in, watch Cassius Cuvée as he trades. I'll be explaining it in real time. That kind of stuff we're going to send out to everyone or when I go my live show. But if you want alerts just for this news channel, you can come in here and set alerts on the specific channels. So again, you got to be a verified wave maker in order to do that in the profit circle. So anybody can get in the general chat, which is where I'll let you know when I set up the copy trading stuff. We got the wins channel where people post their wins. Come on, load. Post their wins. This is the 173% win I was talking about on that Moondeg. So other people can post in there as well. We also have, I've got the bearish tickers, bullish. You got but a list there. Bullish tickers, a lot less of them. You can see when hype was bullish. You know, we got and these are just like recently. What's recently been bullish? Future trades. So here, this is where you see we put in the shorts. I think all of these hit, or I re-entered one of them. But like we say, okay, look, 1 hour time frame, leverage was 10x, entry at the current market price. This is my stop loss. This is my take profit. Okay, so that's ZK, token, TIA. There's 4 of them put in here. I don't have time to type them all in there, but that was basically that. So that's the Discord's got a lot of cool information. If you have any suggestions, we haven't got a lot of stuff in the suggestions, but any of the channels you want to see. I also have my my music videos and stuff in there too. I got some music and stuff in there. I put a new song in there yesterday. It's actually not new, but people don't know about it because it was from before I was really into trading. It was on my album, Brand New Plug. And I put that in the fun zone. Down here in the fun zone, we got the crypto raps. I literally just put it in the MP3. You can hear. Let me turn on this background music. I wonder if you can hear it. Can you guys hear that? Right on. Signing up soon. I made this beat. This beat was banging. Oh, check this out. So it did go down. Let me go back to this real quick. All right, see how this did go down right here. So I'm still in the Degen trade. Still doing in. Spending money in the hood. It's all love. Ain't no need to explain what's understood. Anyways, not sure if you guys can hear that, but the wave makers have access. Anybody who's verified has access to this channel. If you like the music, great. Because some exclusive music, like I said, that's not streaming anymore because I took that album off of streaming platforms. So, you know, sometimes I'll put the MP3s in here. And also the weekly recap raps. I'll just put the MP3 and a music video. You guys get a first sneak peek at it. And the song and the music itself. All right, so back to Degen. Degen, I still got a green dot, but it did not. I remember I was looking. I said, if it goes one higher, I'm out. I'm not out yet. I'm not out yet. So I want to see what the hell is going to happen here. I'm curious to see. All right, let's see. Come on, man. I want to know. Let's see if it turns. Well, I said I was going to stop at whatever move it made. So it made a move down. I'll tell you what. If it goes up to here, I'll get out. And that'll be that for today. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Thanks for tapping in to come up with your boy Cassius Cuvée. We're going to do this every Sunday unless some, extenuating circumstances. I had to do a memorial last week, so we did it on Monday. But be on the lookout for some new this is what I really want to do. I want to help out brand new traders. I know I got some experienced guys in the chat here and in the group and stuff, which is great. I appreciate all your contributions, and we share information, questions, whatever's going on. But brand new people do kind of get overwhelmed sometimes, you guys. So I'm going to have some content again. I want to call it out on my YouTube channel. I've got stuff for brand new walkthrough on how to create a video on Phemex right here. This is part 2, but you see part 1 as well. There's going to be lots of stuff that just shows you how to trade on Cassius Cuvée's channel. So that was part 2. Here's part 1. Right here, Phemex Fast Start Guide. This one here. This is the leverage trading one, okay? So basically, I want to help people who don't know how to trade just get started, because you know how it is. It's overwhelming when you're brand new. You feel me? So we want to make sure everybody gets a chance to make this money, man. These financial markets, they exist, and they're not going away. We might have a massive recession. Financial market's still here. We might have a 9/11. Financial market's still here. You get what I'm saying? Like, in this opportunity, even though those coins that I showed you dropped 90%, guess what? I'm still trading them. I'm still making money on them. So even if the whole market crashes, you can make money. And that's why I am an advocate for people learning how to be a trader. Trying to trade like Warren Buffett, you're not gonna get rich. Hate to break it to you. All right. Now, in the general sense of the stock market being rigged to always go higher no matter what, yeah, you'll make money over time with compounding interest. Absolutely. But you're never going to get the same compound he's getting because he's starting with so much more money than you. So we got to be better, faster, stronger. We got to stay tapped in, tuned in. I'm always going to give it to you for real. Your boy Cassius Cuvée is here to protect you from getting wrecked. And as long as you're not out of the game, you in the game. You see what I'm saying? If you don't lose, you'll win. I know that's a hell of a weird thing to say on its face, but it's true because we keep stacking those small wins. Bat singles, bat singles, bat singles. 4 singles is a home run. You don't got to get a home run in every swing. There's a video out there circulating. I don't even want to give him no credit for this, but a guy didn't like breakout prop. And then he goes into the video and he snitches on himself on why he couldn't pass the evaluation 10 times. It's because his trading strategy, which he just believes in so thoroughly for some reason, is that he has to always get a 4-to-1 ratio. And he just kept losing and he kept starting. I'm like, bro, who's the rule that says you have to do a 4-to-1 ratio on every trade? He even admits it at the end. He's like, well, it kind of made me be more selective when I enter. Yeah, you think? You're not going to get a 4-to-1 ratio in every trade. Stop it. Those ones I showed you in the private group were 2-to-1 ratio in every one. And guess what? We won them all before we got fucking wrecked. That was the thing. Look, I'll show you. I went in there. They were all moves like this. Let me show you. They were all moves like this. That's why I don't like people. I'm not stuck in my ways on anything. This shit can always change. That's the thing. We just want to make sure we don't lose all of our money so when things do change, we can adjust accordingly. My strategy says I always do 4-to-1 ratio, which means I only have to win 25% of the time. I'm like, okay, but if that ain't working for you, I think you need to change your strategy. You know what I'm saying? Like 4-to-1 ratios are hard to hit on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? He was trying to blame the fees is why he failed breakout problem. I'm like, nah, son, hell no. Hell of people pass. It ain't your fees. It's your strategy. You got to adjust, especially if you're losing 10 times in a row. What the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you got to adjust. But let me go back to it was under future trades. So what was one of the tickers here? We'll call it, we'll just pick one of these. Token. So where's Token? I'm going to go back to Token. Token, one of my favorite shit coins to short. Very bearish. Where are you, Token? Here he is. So what we were doing was, let's see, what pump was it? It must have been this one, January 2nd. Yeah. So, yeah, it was this pump here. So this pump came. I was watching. We caught one more. You know what I did, though? I actually shorted the top, and I made kind of a lot of money from here to here. Not a lot, but significant percentage-wise from here to here. I got out because I think I went to sleep or something. And then the same deal. I got back in for this one, and I was like, you know what? I think it's going to go lower, and so I re-entered, and we caught some more movement down. But it was something, I kind of chased a little bit, and then I think it went against me here, something like that. But my point was, it was only like a 2-to-1 risk-to-reward ratio because I wasn't confident that this was like the end of the end. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do anything crazy. As a matter of fact, let me see what it was. I got it right here. Token, my entry was, current market price. I don't know what it was at the time. But it was somewhere about here because I was negative at first for a little bit. And so that would be, and my stop loss was 1341, which was, 1341 was like here. Oh, it was right. Yeah. So my stop loss was like here, 1341, somewhere. I don't know what that would be. Maybe I was already on the other side of this. I might have been on the other side of this when I entered that. And so basically, I was like, if it breaks above this, get me out. But my 2-to-1 ratio was like here. So that would be, this is the tool. This one's the tool here. Short position. It was something like, let's see. 2-to-1. I don't know what. It wasn't very much. It was like here. You know what I'm saying? No, not there. It was like, if this is that, and then let's see. It was where am I? 127. So let's see, 127 was here. It wasn't, you see what I'm saying? I wasn't even getting greedy. It was some little one like this. Oh, it couldn't have been that. Let me see. That's 5-to-1. It wasn't that much. Whatever it was. It wasn't like I was expecting a breakdown below this. It was just this little bit. It really wasn't that much money. And I was just like, it wasn't no 5-to-1 though. It must have been higher. I think it was something like this. Because 2-to-1 would be, where would be 2-to-1? Would be here? I don't know. I wasn't going for home runs is my point. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing a little bit, and that was why I was confident in those trades, and like they all hit. And you see, this even bounced off support down here. You see what I'm saying? This didn't even go down here. You know what I mean? I usually do support resistance in a white line, as FYI. So like it didn't even break below this. So why would I be betting on a 4-to-1 ratio when we're in a trading range, basically. You know what I'm saying? Sure enough, it bounced back, right? So, hell, I should probably enter a short right now. Also, I'm looking at this 1 hour red dot here. What does it look like on the 2 hour, by the way? Let's just see real quick. 2 hours trying to come roll over. Not yet. I'm looking at the RSIs right here. Looking at the VWAP. VWAP started pointing down a little bit. This is the 2 hour. To be safer, I would like to see a red dot on the 2 hour first on this one. If I was going to try to short this, and it would probably be the same play. I'd probably be like, you know what I'm saying? We could do this one right now. You know what I'm saying? Put it right here. Same play. You feel me? Short it back down again. Why not? But just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to. Look, this would be the same play. I can enter it right here, right now. Boom. Same play. You feel me? We can do this right. Somebody take this trade for me. I don't feel like doing it. Because I got to go to the other computer. But, yeah, same thing. You could do this 2-to-1, 2.11 ratio. And look, we're going to zoom in. Look. This is a fair trade right here. We're saying we think we caught the top here. Maybe we're wrong, right? And we're not saying on the 2 hour. We're saying because of the 1 hour is why we're saying it. Because this red dot here on the 1 hour, you see on market cipher B, that's why I would be saying now if I would zoom in, I'd zoom into the 10 minute, and I would say, what's going on here? We're doing a little choppity chop on the 10 minute. Things are slowing down a little bit. Clearly, we're still in an uptrend. I make the mistake of being a little early sometimes. You know what I would like to see? One more scam wick like this, but not get above this to enter, to be honest with you. And this is when it comes in, don't be lazy, right? So you could set it, let's say you set it like here. That's where you would set it. If you really wanted to set it and forget it, that's where you would set it, except for then we would have a tight stop loss. We would have something tight right here. Let's see. Right, let's see what we want. Okay, I want to see the last. I'm looking over here to see the last line support. So I just have this here to tell I think I had this as just a notification to myself. I think I drew that when it was here. Like if it comes back up to here, I'll short it again, or at least look at it. And that's where we're headed, right? So I could say, right? If I wanted to, if I believe we're going higher, then I would push this whole thing up. But if I think we're not going higher because this was a fake pump, then I would say somewhere like I'm looking, let's say, give us a little bit of wiggle room. Be like here. I'm trying to get above some of these peaks. This is still a large ratio, though, so I could go higher. You know what? We'll say to here. We say we get stopped here, right, which is right above this little head and shoulders type of thing here, right? Then what we would do was, it feels so quiet now, no music in the background. Okay, so boom. This is still a 2.95 to 1 ratio. Let me just see. I'm going to put it in the computer. Let's see what we're working with. And it's just this little – I'm not even banking on it coming all the way back down. This is just a little reverse. Is that right? Is that really that's almost 3 to 1 ratio? Boy, that looks sweet. I could enter it right now. Catch that. Hope to get to there. But let's just say play it safe. Let's see if it hits this. And this is what I'm talking about, limit orders not being trading with the trend. Because think about it. Oh, that's wrong. But limit order. Come on, man. Get off this. Limit order is not trading with the trend because it's I'm hoping that where the hell is my fucking I know what I did. This one here, my pin right here. I'm hoping that this don't go like that and stop me out and then reverse. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't have time to sit here and watch it, I would set the limit order right here and hope it just does one of these. Basically, is what obviously it might do a little whatever. But the point is, I'm hoping it just gets to the red and then turns around. But you see how that's not trading with the trend. What would be trading with the trend is a stop limit order. So here's the other alternative. How about this? I'm going to show you guys the other way. This is how you can trade in both directions at the same time, actually. So let me lock this real quick. Lock it so I don't keep moving it around. Lock it. So you hit lock. I just right-clicked on it. Lock it. Now I can grab the screen without it moving it around, okay? The other way, this is the other way. We go long on it, right? So this one is the long position here. And we say, look, we could do the exact same trade, but long, right? So we would do like so. But this is what we do. Actually, it wouldn't be the exact same trade. I take it back. I'm saying a breakout. So in this case, if I was looking for a breakout, I'm looking for something higher than the highest peak. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't even be this peak. It would be this peak. I would be looking for this. If I think we're doing a breakout, this is why I hate this tool. I got to keep fighting with it. I would be thinking something like this. Give us a little bit of space, and maybe you will, you would bring it back. Shoot, you could do it. Well, maybe not that far, like to here, where I would say, but this is what's called a stop limit order, not a stop loss, a stop limit order. Let me do the 1 hour so we can see what's going on here. So I would be betting on that we break above this high here, right? We're breaking above this high here, which is why I have this here, right? If it breaks out above this, that momentum is going to carry it to the upside. That's going to continue to shoot up. Now we're doing a limit order that is a stop. It's called, I don't know why it's called that, a stop limit order. It means when price hits this price, and I'll put it, the other way to do it is, you don't necessarily put it in the computer. If price limit hits this price, then we know that we've now got a bullish trend. And I have reason to believe that if this one here, boom, I lost this one, but if I have reason to believe it goes boom, a little more accurate here. I have reason to believe that if it comes like this and it goes like this, that maybe it'll come retrace to here, but then boom, it's going to go to the upside. And you would enter your limit trading with the trend. It broke out and then it went up and above. That would be that. I don't actually use stop limit orders that much, but I'm kind of thinking about it trading. I don't trade breakouts. I've gotten really good at connecting with reversals, which is why I'm looking at this. Again, you can trade a million ways in a million different directions. Just keep undoing. So this trade, I don't know. I might take this trade. Let me see this one. This is token. I think I'm already in token on this. I'm trying to trade on the new account is what I'm trying to do here. Is token on this? Yeah, I'm already short in token and I'm up. I'm only up 14%. Not much. I could double that position. I could double that. You know what? We'll do it. Let me pull up trading view. Let me pull up Phemex. We'll enter the trade live here. Okay. Token. So on token, you can see I'm already in a short here. That was above this. Let me go to the 1 hour and see what I'm looking at here. What did I enter? I entered it here. We've already come back, but you see we haven't breached above. My initial intuition was somewhat correct. We're right back to here. Not quite, but that level of support and resistance, clearly. And my stop loss is here. I could just double that same trade up. I could double that position, Instead of even going in here, we could just say, look, I'm only using $50. You know what I'm saying? But it gives me $500 on there at a 10x. It ain't nothing, ain't no biggie. And then I could just say, hell, we do the same thing. Only because, let me go back to this. It's not that big of a, the thing is, I just want to do it on my new account. I don't want to do it on this one. I want to do it on the new account if I do it. Keep track of that money, that 20,000. That's the Giga Short. We're going to let it ride. It wasn't the best Giga Short. That was the later ones I added, so I'm not really tripping off those. There was 3 I added later. I'll probably do this on the other account. And I probably will do it up here just in case we get one more scam. Because what I'm hoping for, to be honest with you, is I like to enter on a scam wick, but I don't have time to sit here and watch it. So I would like to enter when one of these happens again, which is why I have this a little bit higher. Got it to just below. Yeah, you know what? We'll keep it right here. We'll do it on this one. We'll do this one. We'll do this exact trade. So this trade is a 2.95. So there's the risk-reward ratio. I'm going to enter it as soon as I get off camera here, and I'll put it in the Discord group here. I'll put it in here under the future trades in the Discord group. Let me show you on the future trades. On the Discord group here, I'll put it in here where you can see the future trades at the bottom of this. And then we'll say enter it in live. All right. And then I'll do that right. I just want to do it right after I get off. It's on the other computer over here. I got to look over here. So that's it for today. I'm going to do this trade, though. So the enter would be 0.001. What the hell is that line? 0013? Oh, here we go. Sorry. You just double click on it, and then this opens up. I don't care about account size, lot size, risk size, entry. 1347 is where this white line is. So it tells me right here. So I would go over here, pull up token. By the way, DGen is not screwing me right now, so I'm okay. That green dot didn't punch me in the face just yet. Let's see here. Token. 1347. I'm only doing $500. Okay, so I entered at 1347, and then I got to just enter the stop loss. So down here, you see the profit, take profit. They already tell me. So you can literally like copy and paste this into, because make sure, too, this is on Phemex up here in TradingView. So you can just copy and paste this into Phemex, literally. And then I'm going to post it in the Discord. Obviously, you guys are watching it live. You see all the information here. But we're going to let it ride, and whatever happens, happens. And again, I don't even always trade this way. I like to look at the momentum waves. But when I can't sit here and watch it right now, and I say, hey, I want to take a trade. This is a small percentage of the overall portfolio. You know, my risk. So here's, by the way, I need to say this because someone called this out and said it took them a while before they realized this. When I say risk 1% of your bankroll, like so we say we got 20 grand in there, right? It's 20,500 and something, right? Well, 1% of 20 grand is $200, right? I'm actually not risking. That doesn't mean you take a $200 position. That means this red here, the stop loss wouldn't be more than negative $200. I'm not even coming close to that in this trade. You get what I'm saying? I like to have a diversified basket when I'm doing all these shitcoin shorts. If I entered 10 trades, they might equal minus $200 to $300. You know what I'm saying? $200 to $400 would be 1 or 2% of my bankroll if they all went wrong. You get what I'm saying? So I could do a bigger position than $500. I just don't. I'm just putting it in here in a small amount, so it doesn't really matter. But let's see what it would say. The stop loss is 1367. Let me put that in and see what I'm going to see what they would say that would be. So actually, I already put in the open order. I could have put it in when I entered the trade. I just did it afterwards because I knew it wasn't going to start yet. I might not catch it at all. We might reverse and I never even see it. In which case, that's where these alerts come in. By the way, if this never hits because this happens, right? Because this happens, I want to have an alert that tells me that, so I erase this trade. So it's not just sitting there forever because I don't want to get like, oh, and it comes back here and then does that like way in the future. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta keep a clean account. You know, once I get out all my trades, I'm just cancel everything and we reset. I don't leave those high limit orders that I had in. Just get them out of there because you might hit them by accident when your setup is not ideal. So I'm gonna put a notification here as well. So like if this never enters, I know to cancel this trade. But obviously I'll put one here too if it's of interest. I get a notification. All right, now let's see here. I want to see what they're saying my stop loss would be. How much money I would lose, I mean. Down here. 1367. And $7 whole. Not very much money. What would be my profit? Would be 1288. $21. So yeah, it's about 3 to 1. Yeah. So at 3 to 1 is 3 to 1. So you know what? I could even say, okay, we're gonna say, okay, maybe I could do a larger position size than $500. It's honestly not that much money. You know, I could double that. I'll make it 1,000. It's not even a big deal. I can put 10,000 on it. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of leverage, right? Like it's not even costing me that much money on the risk side. The main point was though of real dollar amounts. How much am I losing if I'm wrong? If this connects, if it even enters, the worst case scenario is $14. We'll call it $15, $14.86, plus maybe whatever for trading fees, right? They're going to be small. So $14. Remember, I said I could lose up to $200 on this if it's 100%. So it's not the $1,000 is not what I'm risking, which is $100 on 10x leverage. It's the $14 is what's actually being risked on this trade. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not really. This is the 1 minute chart. Let me get see a little something. Does that make sense? Put 5K on. Dave Digital says put 5K on it. I mean, I could put 5K on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have like the highest conviction in the world on this. I was kind of just looking at an example. That's why I'm not even really sweating it. Because this is the thing, Dave. I like to do a basket of shitcoins when I short them. So I'll do this and another 5 of them. You feel me? So now that $1,000 equals 5K. That's why I don't like, and because by the time it gets here, I might want to say, oh, well, let me just see what we got going on here. If it gets to here, I'm going to look at, I don't like setting limit orders to begin with. You get what I'm saying? I like to watch market cipher B and then determine, in which case, then maybe I would put more on it. So valid point, I could put more money on it, but honestly, I want to wait till we get there. So what we'll do is we'll keep this one on, and then if we get there and when we're looking at 1 hour, let's say we get in 2 hour red dot or something rolling over, you know what I'm saying? I'll look at the TA when we get there, and that will be my signal to see if maybe I do want to load up other ones, or maybe I'm doing something today and I don't really feel like looking at it. But that would be the signal. I want to see, honestly, I'm not that bearish right now, to be honest with you. I want to see a red dot here on at least a 2 hour for a little swing like this, even though risk versus reward, not a big deal. It's just interesting, when you look at real money, it puts everything into perspective. I mean, percentages are great because we need to know if you're winning trades at a good rate or not. But at the end of the day, as far as bankroll management goes, I got to know how much money I got on the line, like real money. So we're going to make this move. We'll double it, though. We'll put 1,000 on it. So now I win $43 or I lose $15 basically. 43.8 and I lose 15 plus whatever little trading fee. So that's fine. Why not? It's in the game. I'm not even entered the trade yet, right? So this is going to go here. This is locked on this screen. 2.95 to 1. Fair. That's a fair. It's fair when I'm looking at this. So I still think it's 80% down here and 20% up here. I'll stand on that that ratio that I came up with on my own. I don't think TA up here by itself is gonna matter. That's why I think you got to look at this first, which is why I give this such a greater rating, because it has to go first in my opinion. But we're also in a trading range, guys. I mean, I drew all these lines. You can almost kind of see it. You're right. Trading range is getting smaller, smaller, smaller. This little thing looks real safe, right? Look at this. Look at this real quick. Look at this. This is coming way down here. You see it's doing that little. It's doing that shit, right? This is fair, right? This is not a big deal. Or even if I wanted to play it a little bit safer, right? This is 2.9. I could back it off a little bit. I could make it go to look. Let's see. I would first of all be getting lucky on my entry. I'm not even convinced I'm going to catch this entry, to be honest with you. Right? We're right above this. That might have been the final scam wick. It's hard to see on the 2 hour. I want to see on the 10 minutes, to be honest with you. I want to zoom in here. Maybe. Yeah, I want to catch a scam wick. So I don't want to even enter until it gives me what I want. So I like this trade. We're going to stick with it. Now my question is, where do I want to get out, right? So what if, like we said, things are going in and out a little bit smaller? Maybe what if I get in and everything looks good, but we don't make it to my take profit? Instead of being greedy and trying to get that, it's not really greed. I have a different definition of greed than most people in the markets. I think we're all equally greedy, to be honest with you. We're all doing what we think is going to make us the most money. We're equally greedy. But in the sense of this particular trade, I'm not trying to get over my skis. What if I don't need to do 2.91, a 9.5? What if I only need to do, let's just see what happens. If I wanted to do a little bit less, let me unlock it. Let's see, what if I just wanted to get to this little line of support and resistance? You see how this is support and resistance right here, you guys? You see that? Can you see that? I can see it almost automatically, and I know not everybody can. Let's see. Oh, Dave said he's waiting on the 1 hour Bitcoin div to do anything. Right? We've had pure sideways movement until a little pump this morning. So let's say I do to here, right? Let's see what that risk to reward ratio would be. That's why this tool is dope, actually. 2.15. Let's play it safe, Dave. Let's play it safe. What if it catches the top of this hill, honestly? A little bit higher, if I want to be exact. I think the support, I take the cautious, which would be the top of these candles. That's just me. The top of these candles, right? Might as well. Like, I'd be pissed if I missed. You'd be pissed if you missed your take profit by this much. You know what I'm saying? Especially on some little trade that you're not even paying attention to. I don't care. I know people, look, it's exactly 2 to 1. Look at that. Magic. Magic. Exactly 2 to 1. I'm going to take it. It's just too sweet. And I know people, I definitely know traders. Crypto Lifer told me himself he doesn't take anything less than 3 to 1 or 2.5 to 1 at the least, I think he told me. So some people wouldn't even take 2 to 1. It's not worth it to them in their long run. And that's more towards your longer term system, if you will. So that's fine and good for him if that's what he sticks with that discipline. He only trying to catch winners. Me, it's circumstantial. I'm looking at if this little zigzag we just took a look at decides to keep getting smaller, I don't want to miss it. And again, I probably was safe, right? If this zigzag, where did it even start from? How high did it start? You see, the zigzag started from way over here. If this comes, actually, what a terrible drawer I am. Whoop, 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 whoop. Like lower, high. That one did go lower, actually. That's why I'm a little more bearish than bullish. But like, what if this only goes to here? You know what I'm saying? What if it don't make it? You know what I mean? So I'm taking the safer bet, if you will. What if it does this? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And then when it decides to go like that, then I miss it. So if we're going to set it, forget it. which I don't usually do. I tell myself that, but then I look at momentum waves changes and I'm like, I want to give me my money. This is fine. I'll take a 2-to-1. Listen, I'd rather get 5 2-to-1s in a row than miss, 4 out of 5 3-to-1s. You know what I'm saying? Like give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. Lifer starts his scalps at 3-to-1 risk to ratio. Usually closes it before he reaches take profit. Okay, yeah. That's what he told me. I think he said 3-to-1, and he was like, yeah, but I won't do less than 2.5. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly something like that. Exactly. And I haven't watched, all those videos or anything like that. You probably watched more than I have. But he just verbally told me that one time, So it was like, this is a long time ago. He could have changed the strategy. People change things. It's all good. They adjust, right? I know I do. But yeah, this is super duper safe, man. And it's 2-to-1. It ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Some people just do 2-to-1s all day, batting singles. I think it kind of depends on the circumstances here. We could see why I would choose that. On the 1 hour, you can even see, right? You can even kind of see this resistance line. You know what I mean? And if this is a range, what if it's a range? Like we talked about earlier, sometimes it's a range. It's not necessarily an exact line, but let's say the range is, is this area. I caught the top of it. I could have made a little more money, but green is green. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. And not, especially this is a set it and forget it. It'd be different if I was sitting here watching them not. But this is a nice red dot here. Probably get some wicks. I don't know. This is kind of a weird day. It's a Sunday, bro. You know what I'm saying? In 3 hours, we're going to see some price action when Bitcoin, the week closes. We could see some crazy price action in either direction that just blows it out of the water. I'm not really willing to take a big risk on this on a day like right now. This ain't the day I'm risking my bankroll. You feel me? This is the day maybe I catch this little one and be like, yay, and if I lose it, no big deal. No big deal. What was that token? Let me pull it back up to the top of my list. So I kind of reorganized my list. So the trades I'm doing, I have Bitcoin and the NASDAQ here close to each other. This is the E-mini. I didn't mention that this time, but I always want to say this. This is how you see what the NASDAQ's doing after hours, but it's not on the weekend. So we don't know what's going on here, but at 3 o'clock, it will appear. It'll start doing it. So token, bearish ticker, I'm betting on it to go down. Okay, 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, no biggie. If I catch a scam wick, this is enough to give me a little scam wick on this short time frame and still survive it, right? So yeah, we got that set. 1 point. Did I move it? 1367 is my stop. Okay, yep. 1288. We moved that. We moved it to 1307. Super conservative, but a win would be a win if it triggers. We may not even get it. All right. That's it for today, y'all. Hey, appreciate you chopping in. Dave Digital, everybody came in late too. It's the come up with your boy Cassius Cuvée. Every Sunday, I'm always going to be on here dropping a new music video next weekend. I can promise you that. We got a new music video dropping next weekend called Crashing Waves. And you guys are going to love it. A little bit different feel. If you guys know my music, every song sounds different than the last one. I actually put the song out in the private Discord group. So if you guys want to join the Discord group, remember, it's free right in here. I got to put this signal. I got to put this in here after this. But the private Discord group, the general chat is completely free for anybody. But you got to keep out the riffraff. There's people in there putting links and all kind of stuff. So the over here, all these other channels, you don't see them unless you're a verified wave maker, meaning that you used my Phemex referral code, which is at the top here, GMMNX5, to create a Phemex account, and then you'll put your user ID into the Discord bot, which is in the welcome channel here, and then that way it'll verify you. All you got to do after that is go to it'll take you to WAP, and then you'll click the verify channel. It'll take you to WAP. You enter your card information. It'll clearly say 1 year for free, 365 days for free. You'll charge nothing today, and then you're in. And so then you're in for 1 year for free. And honestly, you guys, man, the first 50 people, I'm probably going to give them renew their 1 year, but don't hold me to that. 1 year is a long time from now. So then you get all the other stuff. So that's when you're going to get to see the market analysis channel. You're going to get to see, because I go into depth sometimes on here. You see we got more stuff in here. It's not just me too, right? The other wave makers can put stuff in there. Suggestions, people can add stuff. Not many people got our wins. Oh, the wins channels are there. Bold predictions. We got a lot of different stuff. Helpful news, news clips. I put this in here, but we got the current news that my admin posts in here. I got my scalping tickers, scalping alerts. This is just showing you when things are looking bullish or bearish. Bearish tickers, bullish tickers, swing trades, future trades. That's where this is. So I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna do that right after this. And I'm looking at it. We may not even hit it. We may not even hit it. We may not even go there. This 1 hour red dot may hold true. That's all right. It's okay if we don't enter. No big deal. All right, y'all. That's all I got for today. It's your boy Cassius Cuvée. Hit me up anytime in the group. I'm always in there. I'm always supporting the group, the private Discord group, the Profit Circle. And so, get this on the screen. So, yeah. That's it, man. You guys know I do this shit full-time, man. You know what I'm saying? Full-time trader. I know how these markets work. I know that the Web 2 algorithms don't be helping me much. So if you can like the video, share it with a friend. I got copy trading coming. So when we're going to start doing the copy trading, that's going to be huge. I put this link to teaching you how to copy trade in the chat here, right here. So you can learn about it on Phemex. But you obviously have to have a Phemex account. So use my Phemex referral code to create an account, and then you can copy trade my account. It's not started just yet. I'm getting it set up this week. I will let everybody know in the Discord. That's pretty much it, y'all. I'm going to play some music on the way out of here. May as well. I'm going to put in the new song. You guys, you can hear the new song. Crashing Waves on my way out. We're just going to let it ride out. It's your boy Cassius Cuvée signing off in the come up.
It is what it is.
Peace, y'all.
Just sitting here looking at wave makers. Cassius Cuvée.
It's the come up, but not a typical Sunday. The dream feel real when the wheels hit the runway. I'm way too chill, high conviction, I don't blink. I told you I would have a beach chair and a cold drink, but don't think knowing the future is wishing for it. I got a position for it, damn right I'm a giga shorted. All anyone can do is play the hand that they dealt you. You don't wanna hear the truth? Well, man, I can't help you. First we chased hot themes, all season we got dreams, but you scrutinize legitimate projects and bought memes. Okay, after pumping the price of a top scheme, it melted like ice cream. Now I shorten my live stream. I never did believe him, guess you could call me a heathen. The reason I'm spitting salt is cause they choked out alt season. So fuck your favorite meme, three-fisted. I'm a short that stupid piece of shit until it's delisted. I told the Profit Circle I'ma get my friends paid since memes killed everything. This is a revenge trade. Ain't nobody innocent. Finish it, I'm winning it. I'm talking about gains of over 5,000% and shit. These can ease the cope when I'm floating in the ocean soaking. Lost all hope and I'm shorting my favorite token. It may drown. I chose to get paid on the way down. I ain't playing around. I'm rolling and crash like the wave sound. Now I'm chilling on a nude beach, sipping something too sweet, looking for a hottie, nice body and some cute feet. Instead of being on Twitter criticizing leaders, I'd rather be on an island digmatizing divas. Man, I'm gone.
This song is a mirror.
What did you know? The DJ trade.
On the other side.
I gambled on the green dot on the 10-minute, which I don't normally do, and it's paying off still. All right, y'all. Peace.
I've been riding my own way. It is what it is.